I'm definitely going to take out this barbed wire before I leave, because I've tripped on it about 4 times and I'm getting tired of doing it. But I thought I would turn this camera back on one more time, at least say goodbye anyway. But to mention that I was looking over at that pouch I got over there, that gas mask bag I use for a haversack, and you know, I thought about maybe just to satisfy some of the gear people that are wondering, and open up that and the tender pouch I'm carrying, like a empty my pockets type thing when I'm out here in these short trips. But to be honest with you, I don't feel like it. Number one, and number two, there's plenty of that crap. People can bust budget all over they want on their gear. Yeah, everybody wants opinions of other people sometimes if they're smart, because they want to know, you know, what other people think of their gear, and oh, this knife is the best knife, or this canteen is the best canteen, this cook pot's the best cook pot, this set of boots is the best, this shirt's the best, this blah blah blah, whatever the hell it is the best. Well, you can spend a lot of time watching that, and then go and figure out that this is what you think is the best because so many people talk about it, and half those people don't go out and use the damn thing anyway. They just want to own it. You know, you gotta. What I would do is I would look at, rather than looking at people's gear reviews, is I would look at actual people going out and using stuff, and then ask the people, if you can, figure out a way to email them or contact them and ask them about it. So in other words, if you're using a billy pot and you see one that's, let's say it's a Moore's pot, and you see people actually using the Moore's pot in over more than one video, not just a review video, but over more than one video, and you want to know more about the Moore's pot, sure, you can read up about it, but you could ask that person, why did they choose that Moore's pot? And usually most people will answer you and tell you why they chose a Moore's pot over a tin can with a couple of holes poked in it and a coat hanger wire bail, which is a lot of times what I grew up using. An old number 10 tin can. Number 10 tin can. Or, you know, somebody might be using a Catalyst or a Pathfinder or Zebra. There's all kinds of them out there. MSI, GSI, whatever the hell they are. Kelly Kettle, whatever the hell it is. It doesn't matter if all you're going to do is buy it and look at it. And of course, you don't want to buy every one of them and then check them out and say, oh, I bought 5 of them and now I just chose number 3 or whatever kind it is. You got to use this stuff. It's the same thing with knives. I know people collect knives. People collect a lot of stuff. I'm a user guy. I do have a collection of knives, but I've used every one of them, and sometimes I take out one, sometimes I take out another one. I generally take out the one that I got from Mario at MLL Knives, or ML Knives, because I like it, and he and I worked on it to custom design it. My son carries the exact same knife, and well, a like knife that's a copy, and that's because I like it. That's why we worked together to design it. But at the same time, I still want to have other knives. I might find one I like better, and then I'll just pass this on to my grandkids or something, or my other son, Cole. So if you're gonna to show you my gear, if somebody asked me to show them the gear, I'd make a video or whatever and show them. But if they're not going to ask me, I'm not going to take the time to dink around doing it. It's just kind of a waste of time. I know there's a few people out there that have their name. I'm not going to name any names, but there's a few people that have a name for, that's what they do. They go out and they review crap. Well, that's fine and dandy. Go out and use it twice, and you think it's the greatest thing, and you think it's the crappy thing. But you'll never hardly ever hear them say it's a crappy thing, unless they break it. Especially if they're working for the company, and the company gave them it for free, so they're going to... Let's say somebody gave me a kettle for free. But in order to get it for free, I had to say the product was the best thing since sliced bread. Well, that ain't happening. You can keep your damn kettle if you think it's that. If I have to be forced into or paid to endorse it, and I'm a nobody, but if I say something, on YouTube and to plug something I don't believe in and I don't use myself and I haven't ever used before. I don't know. If you're all out for money, that's fine. I'm not out for money. I'm out for what works. And I'm a firm believer in that the less gear you carry, and the more you have in your head on making stuff that you need where you're at, the better off you are. So I try to go minimal as possible and only carry exactly what I might need out there, and not much more. Normally, I don't know if anybody noticed when they were watching this, but I brought a Tyvek, actually it's a Ty-Par house wrap tarp, a cutout 9 by I think 12. I think I cut that. I've had it for about 6 years and I've only used it like 4 times. But I brought it with me today because there is a possibility a shower comes in, and if I want to stay out here longer, I'll set it up. It only takes me a few minutes to set up a tarp. And it's homemade and it works fine. It didn't cost me a dime. I'm in construction, so I got it for free, but even if I wasn't in construction, I'd go ask the construction guy, hey, you know, can I have some scrap? And he'd say, yeah, sure, go ahead. Most of them will. You know, they don't care. They work with it all the time. To them, it's just throw away waste. So, anyway, I know I'm rambling, but this is just the stuff I think about when I'm out here, and sometimes I talk about it, and sometimes I don't. Like I said, I'm not all on that. I'm pushing gear, and this is the best thing, and since sliced bread and beer, you know, this is the best thing to drink. This is the best thing to eat when you're out there. Everybody's different. I own different pairs of boots for different seasons of the year. I wear different clothes for different seasons of the year. I don't believe that there's a true one-size-fits-all for being out in the outdoors, because you never know what your environment's going to throw at you. You know what? This wide brim hat a wider brim hat that I'm wearing is, I don't know, it was a cheap hat. It works for me. It's one of I got a bunch of hats, but this one I wore today, and I wore it the last time I was out. It's got some shade, and it's, you know, it's kind of warm because it doesn't have a lot of holes in it, but that's fine. But it, you know, keeps drips from the trees from landing on me, and I can use it for a fan if I wanted to, and I could put water in it if I had to, and there's all kinds of uses for it. And it crumples up and gets its shape back, so whatever. But it ain't the best thing I'd wear. I wouldn't wear it in winter when it's freaking blowing and snowing. I wouldn't wear it when it's really windy out, and I'm out in a place where it's windy, and I got to worry about my hat blowing off, and every 3 minutes I'm chasing my hat or picking up my hat. So nothing is it. You know, try to find the most utilitarian gear that you can, and try to find stuff that you can that are bomb-proof, that are going to last a long time. There's a cup over here. It's a blue ceramic cup. I think there's about 3 or 4 of us that I know of that actually use them full time, all the time. Dave, woods runner out in Montana, he uses one. I use one. I don't know. There's a couple people more that use them. I know some people that use those. I even have one, a Sierra cup. I've had since 1976 or something like that. 74, something like that. I still got it. I've gone through a couple of them. They're kind of an awkward tool, but this blue ceramic cup, blue and white speckled ceramic cups, been around the block a few times, and I've got more than one. I know, ramble, but I might edit all this out anyway. I might even put it up, but I'm just talking to see how long that battery lasts. But get good gear if you can. If you can afford good gear, get good gear. You know, something that's strong, something's going to last. Buy a good knife. Take care of your gear, you know. Try not to get it, you know, rusty or dented. If it dents, you know, if you can, knock the dent out of it. If you can't, well, deal with it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm rambling. I'll turn it off again for a while and come back later, maybe. If not, see you later. If I come back, I come back. So, anyway. This is all free. I ain't charging. Yeah, I was going to check and see if this thing is actually filming or not. Yeah, it's recording. Well, I came back. Like I said, I got to figure out. I want to see how long these batteries last just for a straight run, and that's why I keep popping the thing on and popping it off. And I'll either post this up or I won't. Figure out how long this battery lasts in this camera, because it's pretty warm out. I know that during the winter time it has definitely a shorter time. I only have one battery for it, so I have to kind of keep an eye on how much battery I've got. Right now it appears that it's running pretty good for me. I've been sitting out here now. I've been out here for about an hour, I suppose, maybe a little more.